Still, we can't jump ahead too fast. The current environment inside Red Bull shows signs of serious internal division. Based on the remarks from Marco and Jos, one clear solution in their eyes is for Christian Horner to step down. But that's easier said than done. They're challenging someone who's been with Red Bull since 2005 and helped lead the team to 13 championship wins. Expecting him to walk away because of personal differences seems unrealistic. No matter how talented Verstappen is, thinking any single person stands above the entire team may not be wise. If he does move to Mercedes, he could face a tough reality. The Silver Arrows have struggled lately, and though the 2026 rule changes will focus heavily on engine tech and electrification, areas Red Bull hope to strengthen with Ford, the team still lacks experience compared to Ferrari and Mercedes. If Max leaves, it could start a rebuild phase at Red Bull, especially if big names like Newey also exit. And with Ford reportedly reconsidering its deal due to recent tension, Red Bull might soon face the fallout of internal conflict. Now the big question: could Max really take Hamilton's place at Mercedes? And if he does, would Red Bull be able to survive such a massive shift? Time will tell. The Formula One community is buzzing with a surprising rumor about Max Verstappen possibly moving to Mercedes. This talk has gained momentum, especially after recent issues at Red Bull Racing. The situation became more intense when Verstappen's father publicly spoke out about the negative atmosphere Christian Horner has brought to the team. On top of that, statements from Helmut Marko have only added more tension. Even Toto Wolff, Mercedes team principal, expressed a hopeful view about having Verstappen join his team starting from 2025. But is this switch really possible? And if yes, what might be the cost for Red Bull from 2026 onward? Ford's role in this situation could be quite important, as their partnership with Red Bull is still fresh and delicate. Max Verstappen has been strongly linked with a move to Mercedes in recent days, though it remains a rumor for now. Many agree that Verstappen has no real reason to leave Red Bull, especially during their current winning streak. But contrasting that, his father feels the leadership at Red Bull, led by Christian Horner, has negatively affected Max's situation. Apparently, there is an exit clause in Verstappen's contract that lets him leave the team if he feels uncomfortable or believes his prime time is ending. According to Jos Verstappen, this condition might already be met. Information from Jos' close circle suggests Max could be free to leave Red Bull starting in 2025. If he does, Mercedes is seen as the likely destination. Helmut Marko, who plays a big role at Red Bull, also weighed in on this situation. He confirmed that internal investigations at Red Bull have wrapped up but didn't want to share many details. Marko made it clear that he wouldn't stand in Max's way if he chooses to leave. This is a serious remark since Marko himself is unsure whether Verstappen will stay with Red Bull beyond 2024. Even a strong win at Bahrain couldn't calm things down at the Austrian team. It seems that until Christian Horner steps aside, the team's tension will keep rising. Jos Verstappen mentioned that the team is at risk of breaking apart, especially with Horner being cleared of accusations. These developments have upset some people at Red Bull, including the Verstappen family, and Marco. Jos Verstappen's comments have caught a lot of attention in the Formula One community. He suggested that Christian Horner may not be the right person to lead Red Bull. Horner isn't just the team principal. He's also the CEO of Red Bull Racing. Jos made it clear that the tension won't go away while Horner stays in charge. He warned that the team might fall apart if things don't change. Jos accused Horner of playing the victim, even though, in his view, Horner is the one causing the problems. This is significant because Max is known to trust only two people on the F1 grid: his father and Helmut Marko, who first helped him enter the sport. To add to the tension, Max Verstappen has remained quiet about his team principal amid these issues. When asked about his father's statements, Max chose not to comment and let the situation unfold on its own. This shows there is a clear shift happening inside Red Bull. The team faces a lot of pressure not only because Max might leave, but also due to its new partnership with Ford. Reports suggest Ford is unhappy with how much Red Bull has kept secret, especially regarding the investigation led by Christian Horner. Jim Farley, Ford's CEO, is reportedly upset about the lack of transparency, which could put their collaboration in jeopardy. Toto Wolff, the man in charge at Mercedes, also shared his views on who could replace Lewis Hamilton. When asked about Max Verstappen, he didn't deny the possibility. Wolff explained that he won't rush into a decision this time, unlike before when Hamilton pressured him for a quick call. He said he'd take his time and look closely at all available options. According to him, drivers naturally want to be in the fastest car. And right now, that's Red Bull. Still, he left the door open by saying that anything could happen, especially in a sport like this, where things change fast. Adding to the growing speculation, there are reports that top engineers like Pierre Wache and Adrian Newey have clauses in their contracts that allow them to leave if Max exits the team before 2028. If Verstappen activates his option to move on, it could trigger a chain reaction. These engineers could follow him, especially if Mercedes offers a solid plan to build a winning car. Should Verstappen manage to win a title with Mercedes on his first attempt in 2025, it would be a huge blow to Lewis Hamilton, who's been struggling to bring the team back to the top for the last few years.